Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new installment of the Wrestling Analyst. Today, we're taking a look at what's going to happen tonight, right here in Montreal at Elimination Chamber. So, here are my predictions. Here we go. Match number one, Elimination Chamber for the United States Championship. Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Montez Ford, Johnny Gargano, Damian Priest, and Bronson Reed. Now, I see two potential winners in this match. First, Austin Theory retains the title. And second, Damian Priest. Uh, okay, so let's go through all of them. Seth Rollins, he doesn't need the title right now. He won it already. Uh, he tried to take it back from Theory without success. Theory got out of it by hook or by crook, but he's still the champ. Uh, Montez Ford. I think this is the final test, let's say, for Montez Ford to see if he can make it as a singles star, which I think he can. He has the potential for it. He has a charisma. He's got all the tools to make it as a singles wrestler. So I think tonight that's his final test for that. Johnny Gargano, he will look to have a good performance, and he did have a feud, a rivalry with a Austin Theory sometime back when Gargano came back to WWE, and they may want to revisit that. Now, Bronson Reed is there to be established as a future star. So there's no way he's going to win. In my mind, there's no way he's winning the U.S. title tonight. Maybe a surprise. I don't know. But I don't see him winning the U.S. title right now yet. And Theory, of course, wants to keep the title. Now, Damian Priest winning the title would bring a first title to Judgment Day, which I think would be a great thing. Judgment Day is at this stage right now that they need a title to further establish the stable or the faction as a major faction. They already are, but a title would make them even more relevant or even more established. Unfortunately for Priest, I don't think he's going to be the one. I think they want to keep that honor for Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. I'm not saying Priest is not going to win. I think he's one of the two that I think can win this. But in the end, I think that Austin Theory will keep the title and go on to WrestleMania to face I don't know who. But I think that Austin Theory will keep the title and continue his run as United States champion. So let's go to the next match. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a while. Decided that today was the day. So this feud has been going on for a while now. Now, going back to that feud, Lashley won the title from Brock, I think, at the Royal Rumble last year. And he won it because Roman Reigns speared Brock, and basically Lashley just laid over Brock for the win and the title. Brock won the title back at Elimination Chamber last year to face to have a match, title versus title, against Roman Reigns, which Roman won to unify the titles. And Roman has been universal, undisputed universal heavyweight WWE champion since then. Now, Lashley lost that crown jewel, but he dominated that match, and he did leave Lesnar lying after the match. At some point, I even thought that he made his heel turn, but it wasn't clear. So, yes, right now he's a face, but well, we don't know. I think that tonight is going to be his definite heel turn, and maybe I just thought of something. Maybe it's going to happen. I'll talk about it when I say that. When I say who's going to win, and I didn't say it in my French version because I just thought about it. Lesnar has nothing to gain from winning that match, but Lashley has a lot to win. A win would place him in line for a title match for the undisputed title. So I think that Bobby Lashley will win the match. And we have seen a lot of teases lately about a reunification of the Hurt Business. And I think it's going to happen tonight. MVP, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, and maybe even Omos are going to help Lashley win. Not sure. I'm just saying that out of the blue right now. But I think we may see a reuniting of the Hurt Business tonight in Montreal. Just saying that. So Lashley is my pick for the second match. On to the third. Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. One word. Finally. Finally, we're going to see, even though it's not a one-on-one match, finally we're going to see Rhea Ripley and Beth Phoenix in the same ring at the same time. I've been hoping for this for months. So, anyway, this feud has been going for a while right now, for months. Every match that happens between Edge and Judgment Day, Edge seems to get injured. Well, for storyline purposes, of course, because we know that Edge is not there full time, he's there part time. So they have to injure him to explain his absence off the screen. Now, we have been teased a lot in the past, like I said, for confrontation between Beth and Rhea. Royal Rumble, spear on Beth on Rhea was just the point that I hope would happen. This match should be very interesting and might set up a huge match at WrestleMania to settle this feud once and for all. So who's my pick for tonight? I think that Edge and Beth Phoenix are going to win tonight, with Edge pinning Finn Balor. Not Beth pinning Rhea. Edge pinning Finn Balor. Why is it important? Because you don't want to put doubt in people's mind about Rhea Ripley losing to Beth Phoenix before the big match at WrestleMania against Charlotte Flair. So that's why I think that if Beth and Edge win, Edge is going to pin Finn Balor. Now, what match could it set up for WrestleMania? Here I go. Edge versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania to settle the feud once and for all, but it's not going to be Finn Balor. I think it's going to be Purple Demon Balor. That's what I think is going to happen. Anyway, so my pick for tonight is Edge and Beth Phoenix. On to the ladies' chamber match. The women's elimination chamber match to determine the number one contender for the Raw Women's Championship. Nikki Cross, Carmella, Natalia, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and last but not least, Asuka. Now, the winner of this match goes on to WrestleMania to face Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. The only participant in there that didn't win, never won a singles title in WWE. Well, she did win in NXT, but not on the main roster, is Raquel Rodriguez. Now, Raquel is not quite ready for such a high profile match, even though she did have some good matches against Ronda Rousey on SmackDown for the title. But I don't think she's ready for a marquee matchup like that yet. Now, Nikki Cross is still establishing her crazy persona, and I don't think she's ready for another title run, even though her first title run was pretty short. But I don't think that persona is ready for that yet. But Carmella just came back, and this match is to get her back into storyline. So maybe Carmella during the match is going to have a treason or something, but hopefully for her, she gets out of the chamber with a new feud. Liv Morgan could be a threat as well as Rodriguez, but Liv's new persona, the one after she lost to Rousey, where she was enjoying pain and everything, seems to be going into the sunset. I don't see that twist in her persona that much anymore. So is she going back to being a mid-carder and not on the main event scene anymore? I'm not sure, but maybe they're going to rework a little bit that persona and make her come back to the top eventually. But Liv is not ready as well for such a high profile match yet as well. Natalia, nothing. I take nothing away from Natalia. I like her, but I think she's mainly in the match because the event is in Canada. She just came back as well. Maybe they're going to take this opportunity to reestablish her, but Natalia is not going to win tonight. Asuka just came back at a Royal Rumble with a new persona. It is inspired by her from her days as Kana in Japan. And I have been asking for months for WWE to bring back the NXT version of Asuka, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing. So my pick for tonight, obviously, is Asuka. Okay, Asuka will win the match and go on to face Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. And I think she's going to beat Bianca Belair for the championship at WrestleMania. That is if they want to build her as the Asuka of NXT, which was simply unbeatable. She was unbeatable. So, well, she had a 500-day run at undefeated in NXT, and when she started in WWE, that streak was ended by Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania some 3-4 years ago, maybe a little more than that, but it was ended by Charlotte some years ago. Now, how does Asuka win this match tonight? If they want to build her as the unbeatable Asuka of NXT, and they want to build her as a major threat. And I said this in French. I'll say it now. Asuka, in my opinion, she's one of the top 3 ladies wrestlers in WWE right now. Top 3, not below that. There's no way she's below a top 3. Say whatever you want. I won't agree with you. Okay? My, I have Charlotte, I have Asuka, and I haven't decided who the third is, but Charlotte and Asuka are in the top 3, no doubt. Okay? Becky Lynch is very good. Bailey is very good. All the girls are very good. All of them. Well, almost all of them. But there's no way that 2 of those top Asuka and Charlotte. No way. Just saying. Okay? Now, what I want Asuka to do right now tonight, if they want to build her like I think they want to build her, she's got to be one of the first 2 to start the match, and she's got to eliminate all 5 of them. All 5 of them. She's got to run through them all and eliminate them, all of them. And then go on to WrestleMania and beat Bianca Belair. That would be an incredible payoff for the return and persona change for Asuka. If they went through this, I don't think they can go any other direction than make Asuka win the chamber and make Asuka win the title at WrestleMania. So let's go to the final match. Main event of the evening, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Let me start by saying this. What a storyline we've had for like 6 to 8 months with Sami and the Bloodline. What a storyline we've had. What a good time we've had. And it's not over yet. I'm not saying it's over. It's not over yet. Because there's still some payoffs from that storyline that we must have. First payoff is tonight. Okay? And I'm not saying that Sami is winning. I hope he does. I would love for Sami to win the titles tonight. I wrestled on the same shows as Sami right here in my hometown of Valleyfield, of Salaberry de Valleyfield in Quebec. I wrestled on the same shows as him back then. I never had the honor of wrestling or the chance of wrestling on the same show as Kevin, but I did wrestle at the same shows than Sami. We were part. Well, I was wrestling for 2 different federations at that time. Sami was part of MWF, which was doing shows in Valleyfield in my hometown, and I came to do shows for them as well. Sometimes I was wrestling one match in Montreal for NCW, and I would drive an hour just to come do a show in my hometown of Valleyfield for MWF. That's how crazy I was. So anyway, I digress, but it's all right. It's all right. So apparently, the Usos have been cleared to cross the border tonight. This weekend, for the Elimination Chamber. Now, that was probably a big demand from WWE to Canada to be able to finish the storyline. Well, finish the storyline. To keep the storyline going as they hope it would go, and they wanted it to develop and to set up the storyline for WrestleMania. So I think that maybe uh, there was some negotiations for uh, for the Usos to be able to cross the border. Now I'm saying that under all reserve. Uh, I hope, I hope, I hope the Usos are there. You'll see why. Okay. Uh, should be a match where Roman will dominate a good part of the match, but there will be a very good chance that Sammy will come close on multiple occasions, will come this close on multiple occasions to win the title. Now, how is it going to end? I already said that Roman's going to win. Okay. How will it happen? How it's going to happen? I don't know. How I would like it to happen? How I would have booked that match and that ending, apart from making Sammy win there. Okay. But knowing that WWE wants to have Roman versus Cody at Mania, and you never know. Maybe with Sammy's heat right now, they're going to make a triple threat at Mania, but that would spoil all the storyline that they built until now. So that's why I don't think it will happen. It would be great to see Sammy with Cody and Roman at the main event of WrestleMania. Don't get me wrong, it would be great, but I'd rather have another match at WrestleMania. And you'll know where I'm going. So, what am I looking for? Montreal has a history with WWE. Okay, we have a huge history in Montreal with WWE. 1997, 2003. Yeah, I'm referring to the two Montreal screw jobs. One was real and one was scripted. Brett and Sean in 97 was a real screw job. Okay, I'm not going to go back on that. We all know the story, so I'm not saying any more about that. Montreal Screwjob number two, Rock Hogan with my friend Sylvain Grenier as a referee. Okay, so those are the two first screw job in WWE. Tonight we're going to see Montreal Screwjob number 3. How I would book this, and yeah, I know a lot of people hate this in championship matches, but sometimes you have no choice. Like I explained in one of my chronicles earlier, you have no choice to have that sometimes. There's gonna be I would book it like that. Ref bump. Okay. Jimmy, Solo, and Paul Heyman are ringside to counsel and to support Roman. And of course, Sammy is alone. Okay. Jey Uso, the ref bump happens. Jey Uso appears in the crowd, comes down through the crowd, gets in the ring, looks at Sammy, looks at Roman, looks at Sammy, looks at Roman, doesn't know what to do. Okay? So everybody in the crowd are going to think that he's there to help Sammy. Boom. Jey Uso super kicks Sammy. Roman goes for the spear. 1, 2, 3. End of match. The crowd is pissed. And the crowd is going to scream, fuck you, Roman. Fuck you, Roman. Like they did yesterday. Bloodline embrace. They say they welcome back Jay in the bloodline. after the match, of course, the Bloodlines start to beat up Sammy just to get the crowd even more angry. And then who comes in to make the save? With a chair, with whatever he wants, but he's going to come in with an equalizer. KO comes in, makes the save, maybe gives a stunner to Roman. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe the stunner is going to be for Jamie and Jay. Maybe. I don't know. But KO comes to the rescue of Sammy. They embrace. They look at each other. They embrace at the end of the show. That's how the show ends. That's exactly how I would book it. Is it going to happen like that? I don't know. But that would set up a WrestleMania match. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. That I've been talking about this match for a while. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos for the undisputed tag team titles. And that's when the Usos title reign end. That's it. KO and Sami win the titles at WrestleMania. And that's that. So I hope you like this. If you see me tonight at the Bell Center, well, feel free to come and salute me. Talk wrestling a little bit. I'll be happy to do it. And hope you like this. So leave a like, leave a comment, turn on notification, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Hope you like Elimination Chamber tonight. I know I will. I'll be there. So see you later or see you tonight over there. Have a nice one.